I can't do a series of Twilight explained videos without addressing the elephant in the room. Bella Swan is the series' protagonist. She's also everyone's love-to-hate character, though this has less to do with her being a villain and more to do with people finding her boring. Some people have taken fault with her as a person, calling her everything from an anti-abortionist to a poor role model for feminists. But mostly people complain about Bella's lack of character development. Part of her dullness as a character might stem from how little we know about her. Bella is the protagonist, the character whose head we're in, and yet we know less about her interests, hobbies, opinions, skills, and career choices than we do about the other characters. Before we dive into some Bella Swan facts, my name is Riley and this is Otherworldly Fiction. If you love nerding out over fantasy books, exploring the divisive Twilight series, or even learning how to write better than Meyer did, hit that subscribe button. I talk about my favorite books and share writing advice. Posts are on Fridays. Bella's full name is Isabella Marie Swan. If that doesn't sound like a character out of a Regency romance, I don't know what does. She was born on September 13th in the year 1987, and on September 11th in 2006, she was turned into a vampire. Technically, she was 18, though she was only 2 days shy of 19 when her aging was halted. Bella's special ability, while human, enabled her to repel many of the powers of other vampires. Neither Edward or Arrow, leader of the Volturi, could read her mind, and Jane and Alec's abilities were useless against her too. As a vampire, this ability only grew stronger, enabling Bella, as what is known as a shield, to not only extend this protection to others, but to remove it from herself so that Edward, with her permission, could read her mind. Bella graduated Forks High School, though she also had a part-time job at Newton's Olympic Outfitters, the store owned by Mike's parents. Bella's hobbies include reading and listening to music. Though she enjoys varying genres, she has an especial passion for classic literature. Her story technically began in Forks, Washington, where she was born, but her parents, Renee and Charlie, divorced when she was still an infant. She spent the majority of her childhood in first Riverside, California, and then in Phoenix, Arizona. Her mother always preferred warm, sunny climates. Everything, in fact, which didn't resemble the cool, drizzly Forks. Bella was like her mother, preferring hot climates, and she struggled to adjust to Forks during the month each summer when she would visit Charlie. Eventually, Charlie was persuaded to make the trip to Bella's home instead and spend time with her there. A fish out of water everywhere she went, Bella never grew super close to anyone, save her mother. Of course, despite their close bond, Bella and Renee were still polar opposites personality-wise. Renee was outgoing and absent-minded, even childlike. Bella, conversely, was introverted and practical, and she became unusually responsible out of necessity to compensate for Renee. As a girl, she looked after the house and reminded her mother to pay the bills. Renee, meanwhile, flitted between new hobbies, while Bella found some peace between the pages of books. Like her future vampire family members, Bella was a high achiever. She earned consistent A's and advanced beyond her peers. She took advanced placement courses, though math was a subject she struggled with. Whatever my feelings on the character, I can relate to that one. Like her mother before her, Bella planned to become a school teacher. However, Bella wished to teach at the high school level. Though she'd always seen her mother as, to use her own words, harebrained and erratic, Renee's decision to become a teacher was one facet of her mother Bella could truly respect. Bella finally moved back to Forks voluntarily, hopeful of giving Renee space with her new partner Phil. As for the rest of Bella's story, that can be found in the 4 Twilight novels. Bella's biggest problem is how little of her we know. We spend 4 books inside her head, and in that time we never learned that she planned to become a school teacher. Bella's character seems like a series of missed opportunities. For example, she could have bonded with Esme over their shared interest in teaching. Esme was also a school teacher while human, so why didn't Bella approach her for tips? The relationship dynamics Bella shares with her family also seem like an untapped source of character potential. Bella was a child of divorce. There's an implication that she was parentified by Renee, which, if you're curious, generally isn't great for kids. Some of Bella's reactions throughout the books would also indicate that she suffers from severe anxiety. She has regular nightmares and often hyperventilates. Oh, and there's the fact that she showed signs of psychosis in New Moon. A proper exploration of her mental health certainly would have added depth to her character. The fact is, Bella could have been an interesting character. There are certain relationship dynamics, tics, and interests of Bella's which were there but glossed over to the point where they might as well not have existed. In this video, I've covered Bella's origin story, such as it is, but in a future video, I'd definitely like to explore the series' dullest and occasionally most reviled character in order to unravel who she is and how she could have been improved if given the time. What parts of Bella did you actually find interesting or wish were developed more? How would you improve the character? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and happy reading!